attended a very, very good production of Cruel Intentions. I mean, you've seen it 11 times. Where does this rate in the pantheon of productions of Cruel Intentions, in your opinion?
Yeah, I thought last night was actually one of the best performances. Having some new cast members come in for this Melbourne season has brought some new life into it. But I thought the cast were having a lot of fun last night. There were a few times when they kind of interacted with the audience. There was times when things on stage kind of leapt over to crowd reactions. There was one point in particular where, I'm trying to think of her name, Kirby was using her binoculars as Catherine, the character, and panned it over the crowd and went, ew, when she looked at someone. So, yeah, they were having a lot of fun last night, and I think that's one of the reasons why people are falling in love with this musical. It is such a fun musical, and for people of my age, all of the songs were our high school soundtrack when we were growing up.
Oh, the music was just magnificent. I thought this sizzled. I've seen it three times in the last sort of 9 months, and the performances are powerhouse performances, the rousing score. I mean, there was palpable excitement and anticipation in the theatre even before the metaphorical curtain rise, wasn't there? I mean, I thought that really set the scene, and then once it did, the energy, it's electrifying. It oozes with sensuality and sexuality, and it's slick. It moves along at pace. It milks the copious double entendres and the physical interaction that are inherent parts of the script. And, of course, we're talking about manipulative youngsters behaving badly, and two in particular, and it's based on the 1999 movie of the same name, which starred Sarah Michelle Gellar, Ryan Philippe, and Reese Witherspoon. So, I mean, I just thought that some of the performances here, Dave, the Kirby Burgess that you mentioned, I could not be more impressed. I mean, she's just so assured. She really capitalises on the toxicity that's the hallmark of her character. And doesn't she blow the roof off it vocally, hey?
Oh, definitely. Kirby Burgess, Drew Weston, and Kelsey Hayes, they are the number one team in Australian theatre at the moment. They are absolutely amazing as a trio, and like I said, having new castmates around them in some of the roles, I think has actually energised them as well.
Oh, look,
I can see this.
Sarah, what's that? That Sarah, I don't know how you pronounce her surname, Krndija, and she's new, and I thought she's a comic tour de force. She's this sort of innocent but eager to learn Cecile Caldwell, an absolute scream in the role. And I thought Ross Cesari really dined out on the sort of shocks of Blaine Tuttle. He's this gay guy who readily gets together with a manipulated jock. And I thought both of those were really excellent in their roles.
Oh, definitely. I can see this becoming one of those cult theatre shows that they have to bring back to Melbourne or Sydney every few years just to keep audiences happy, because someone said to me last night that for their generation, Grease was the go-to musical, but for this new generation, I think Cruel Intentions is going to be. It was a much-loved film by people of my age, and the soundtrack is still one of the highest-selling soundtracks of all time. So people love the music as well.
No, Dave, we've got to go. I've overextended my